Thank you very much. Before we begin our assembly, I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Tubagar people of the Wiradjuri Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that St John's College is built. As we share our own knowledge, teaching and learning within this school, may we also pay respect to the knowledge embedded forever within the Aboriginal custodianship of country. Welcome to our Student Leader Induction ceremony for 2018 into 2019. This morning we welcome you as students, the reason that this school exists. We welcome your student leadership team who will be receiving their badges this morning. We welcome the parents of those student leaders who have joined us this morning to pin the badges on their son or daughter. And we also welcome our Bishop, Bishop Michael, who has been able to join us for this assembly. I understand that for some parents, joining us in this assembly might be bringing back some interesting memories. I'm sure all of them wonderful. And we're very happy to be able to invite you to our assembly so that we can share your pride in what your sons and daughters have achieved in their election to these positions, and we look forward to the wonderful jobs they'll be doing as student leaders in our school. In a moment I will be asking the string ensemble to play. The piece of music will be called Fantasia on a Theme. While they're playing, we have our gathering procession, and our new college leaders will be entering the hall from the foyer. The ministry captains will be carrying in the cross. The SRC captains will be carrying in the college fabrics in our school colours. The captains will be carrying in our college candle, our Aboriginal candle, our painting of St John the Apostle, and our college banner. The house captains will be bringing in the house banners, and our prefects will be carrying in candles. When all of these have been placed, all of our student leaders will be seated, and after that I'll be inviting our new captains and vice captains to lead us in prayer. Thank you, Mrs. Dunn. I now invite our college captains and vice captains, Sharon, Lily, Patrick and Natasha, to lead the college in prayer.
Leadership is hard to define.
Lord, let us be the ones to define it with justice.
Leadership is like a handful of water.
Lord, let us be the people who share it with those who are thirsty.
Leadership is not about watching and correcting.
Lord, let us remember is about listening and connecting.
Leadership is not about telling people what to do.
Lord, let us find out what people want.
Leadership is less about love of power and more about the power of love.
Lord, as we continue to undertake the role of a leader, let us be affirmed by the servant leadership we witness in your Son Jesus. Let us walk in the path he has set, and let those who will follow.
Let our greatest passion be compassion, our greatest strength love, our greatest victory the reward of peace. In leading, let us never fail to follow. In loving, let us never fail. St. John the Apostle, pray for us. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
I now invite Bishop Michael to address the Assembly and to bless the badges of leadership.
Thanks, Mr. Mason. I'm very happy to be able to be with you at St John's this morning. I had a couple of goes during the year at arranging a visit, and one way and another we had to reschedule, but this is a very good morning to be here. And I noticed that there are quite a few speakers, and I would like to say something fairly simple and short about leadership. When we look to Jesus, one of the things that Jesus did and talked about was to try and teach us a new way of leadership. And we often call that the servant leadership. But he was very strong in his criticism of the leaders of his time. And again he said the trouble with them is that they are spiritually blind. They don't know where they're going themselves, so how can they lead anyone? And he, on one occasion, compared them to a blind man leading another blind man. He said, well, they just finish up in the ditch. The heart of leadership, if it's thrust upon you, some people look for it, some people accept it. At the heart of it is to be able to see where you're going, is to be able to have that spiritual sight. And again you can look to the St. John's motto, which says Christ is our light. And of course at the heart of what a Catholic school would want to help people to do is to get to know Jesus Christ, to come into a real relationship with him, and in that be given some true vision, be given the ability to see things as they are, to be given the ability to know where you are going. So as I bless these badges and we pin them on the new leaders, that is my prayer for them, that they would come to know Christ better, that they would understand that all leadership has to be led by him, and that they would accept the gift of true vision that he wants to offer. Father, we ask your blessing on these badges, on everyone who will wear them, and on all the people they will serve and lead.
Thank you, Bishop Michael. I now address the College Principal, Mrs Morris. I invite the College Principal, Mrs Morris, to address the Assembly.
Good morning and welcome to the induction ceremony for the 2019 Student College Leadership Team. I welcome Bishop Michael McKenna, Father Greg Kennedy, parents, teachers, staff, and of course all of the students. It is a great honour for any young person to be chosen as leaders in their school community. It is not only an honour, it is also an experience that each of these college leaders here today will cherish in years to come, as they recall the highs and the lows and the dilemmas of leadership over the next 12 months. The college leaders take an enormous responsibility to be role models for all members of the college community. As Bishop Michael just mentioned, true leadership is servant leadership, to not only to one another, but also to the wider community, just as Christ role modelled selfless servant leadership to us. Meeting the challenges of leadership will take passion. It will take energy. It will take a sense of hopefulness and drive. Leadership is truly above all else a partnership of service, and the college executive look forward to working in partnership with these leaders as they lead the college forward to, I'm sure, many, many successes in 2019. As we welcome our college captains for the reception of their badges, I extend my personal congratulations and that of the college community to our incoming captains, Lily Abbott, Sharon Sabu, vice captains, Natasha Ho and Patrick Smith. Each of these students have earned the right to hold the college's most honoured position for 2019. Their responsibilities will involve not only leadership and role modelling for the college student body, but also to liaison with the college executive. They will represent the college at many official functions, and they will be the face of the college. St John's College strives to have leaders who focus on people and building relationships. As such, I encourage each of the college captains, if they are to be authentic leaders, to work to earn the allegiance of our college community by building trust relationships throughout, firstly, their cohort in Year 12, and then the rest of the college community. Remember, if your actions as a leader inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to strive for more, to become more, you are a true leader. Congratulations to Lily, Sharon, Natasha and Patrick and all the incoming leaders for 2019. I wish each one of you every success in your varied roles, and I anticipate some wonderful and motivating shared lunches, which we have as a tradition here with our leaders and the executive during each term, and I'm expecting some very in-depth discussion ahead. So all the very best for 2019.
Thank you, Mrs. Morris. I now invite the Strings Ensemble to present the piece Suddenly from Phantom of the Opera. Just a reminder of how this works. Nobody signals to the audience that it is time to listen. The audience signals to the musicians that they are ready. Thank you, Mrs. Dunn, and thank you to the Strings Ensemble. In a moment, I'll be inviting our new college captains and vice captains to come to the stage, and then their parents to join them so that they can pin on their badges of office. Just a note to the parents, we've done our best to help you here. We have opened the brooch pins on the badges. We have made sure they work properly. You may need to be wearing your fine reading glasses, however. Don't say I didn't warn you. So, I would now invite Mrs. Morris to collect the badges. I invite our new college captains, Sharon, Lily, and vice captains, Patrick and Natasha, to join me here, and I invite their parents to the stage. Thank you. I now invite Sharon and Lily to address the Assembly.
Good morning. So Lily and I are honoured to represent the school in our final year. We have both genuinely grown to know and love our year group, and we both can't wait to lead this student body into 2019, being our 50th year of St John's College.
The leadership team of 2019 as a whole has decided for diamonds to be our symbol for this year. We chose this symbol to reflect us as a school and to represent the light that shines from the school. We have additionally chosen the Royal Flying Doctor Service as our charity for 2019. Both Sharon and I and our entire leadership team can't wait for the year to follow.
I now invite Mrs. Burden to address the Assembly on the role of the SRC captains.
Good morning. SRC, Student Representative Council. Obviously, if you are an SRC member, you represent our students. But what does this actually mean? The SRC is the bridge between students and the people at our school who make decisions. They take your concerns, your ideas, your suggestions to our principal and the executive team. The SRC also represent what it means to be a student who takes pride in being a St John's College student. The college vision statement talks about creating students who think about the betterment of society. Our SRC members are obviously students with this constantly on their minds. They are kind, hard-working, committed and driven students. It goes without saying that our SRC captains and vice-captains must have these attributes in spades. They must be ready to lead this SRC in word and deed. I am truly excited about the team you have chosen to lead our 2019 SRC, as I am certain they will do the job with vigour, enthusiasm and energy. I personally cannot wait to see what the SRC can do in 2019 under your leadership and guidance. It is my pleasure to present badges to our 2019 SRC captains and vice-captains. Can I ask the parents of these fine individuals to come to the stage with your child and assist in pinning on their badges? Our SRC captains for 2019, Sam Parrish and Nicola Papp, and our SRC vice-captains, Harper Greer and Bella Wilson. A round of applause for our SRC captains and vice-captains.
Thank you, Mrs. Burden, and congratulations to our SRC captains and vice captains. I now invite Mr. Exner to address the Assembly on the role of the ministry captains.
Morning, everybody. I have the honour for the very first time for the St John's College to administer ministry captains. The role has evolved from ministry prefects. These 4 students were elected by their peers and St John's College staff members and will work closely with myself and the new youth minister. They will lead the college in masses and in liturgies throughout the year and at retreats. But most importantly, they'll encourage faith formation and youth ministry within the student body. And just as our school motto states, Christ is our light, I pray the light of Christ leads these students in their ministry through you. I again have the pleasure now to invite the ministry captains, James O'Malley, Brianna Safi, Andrew Dickerson and Rose Edmondson up to the stage, and also invite their parents to come up and pin their badges on.
Thank you, Mr. Exner, and congratulations to our ministry captains. I now invite Ms. McWhirter to address the Assembly on the role of the House captains.
Good morning. The College House Captains takes an important role at the College in coordinating the House at the Swimming Carnival and Athletics Carnival. They provide assistance at the College Cross Country Carnival and provide leadership for their peers at the College Founders Day and the competition like Sam Fraser Cup League Tag competition. Like other college captains and prefects, the House Captain is a role for their cohort and whole college community. In 2018, we welcome the parents of the House Captains to present the badges to their children. For LaSalle, the captains for LaSalle are Sam Nags and Kennedy Chapman, and vice captains Tom Potter and Claudia Mulholland. Matt. The Lennon House Captains for 2019 are Sullivan Haycock, Jessica Purtell, and Vice Captains Jack Allen and Anna Newcomb. It up for him later. The Macaulay House Captains for 2019 are Darby Paxton and Ella Pay, Vice Captains Michael Butler and Hannah Smith. Good job, Ella. And I'm Barbie. Careful, that one's open. Good job, well done. And the Moore House Captains for 2019 are Jack Erskines and Mia Pearce, and the Vice Captains Tom Stimson and Casey Crisanti.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms McWhirter, and congratulations to all our House Captains and Vice Captains. I now invite Mrs Quaid to address the Assembly on the role of our prefects.
Good morning. I have the privilege of working with these 6 students as the prefects for 2019. They have a multifaceted role. As part of the leadership team, they support the college leaders, SRC and House Captains to ensure college events are run smoothly. Each month they assist with the parish Sunday Mass. The prefects are then supported by the Year 12 leadership team and, most importantly, all of Year 12 in their roles. There are 2 committees for the prefects. The first, the Charity Committee, and the Charity Committee of the past has been very successful in coordinating activities to raise money for local charities, such as Arana Early Childhood Intervention, which was this year's Year 12 charity, and they raised $13,000, so the bar has definitely been set. Centrecare, Dubbo Base Hospital, Lord's Hospital, Dubbo Women's Refuge and Pink Ladies. Year 12 2019 charity is the Royal Flying Doctor Service. The other committee organises the design and distribution of the college jersey, a very important event, and the organisation of the Year 12 graduation ball. Congratulations to each of the following students on their election to the prefect position, and I am very excited to be working with you next year. So would these students and their parents please come up to the stage? James Barton, Tegan Ferguson, Nicola Fitzgerald, Patrick Hennessy, Ella Mitchell and Nail Radwe.
Thank you, Mrs. Quaid, and congratulations to our prefects. Having just given our prefects time to return to their seat, on their seat should be their Pledge of Leadership. What I'm going to do is to ask all of our student leaders now to bring that Pledge of Leadership with them. And I want you to be standing in the front of the stage, half on this side and half on that side. And I'll be inviting the captains to the microphone to lead you all in the Leadership Pledge. So if the leaders could come up here now, please. Stay here with the microphone. That's all right. Thank you. At the end of the pledge, I'd ask that our student leaders remain where they are, please.
We accept the honour of being elected as student office bearers to St John's College. During this year, we promise to perform our duties to the best of our abilities. We shall support the students, staff and college community at all times. Furthermore, we will strive always to be models of Christian example and to truly regard Christ our light.
Thank you. Could I invite the choir as well, please, to join us? So all members of the choir. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Many of you have been sitting on the floor for a long time. I know that's very uncomfortable. I thank you for your patience. So I'll be inviting the strings ensemble to play the music of My Lighthouse. Your student leaders are going to lead you in the movements, and your contribution will be to sing magically.
Your great love
want fear. I want fear once tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Oh, safe to shore. Oh, safe to shore. Oh, safe to shore.
Morning tea over the hospitality rooms. Not everybody, but you know.
Critics. No, 25 too. 25 too, like the 25. Thank you very much. Two exciting possibilities remain. For our student leaders and their parents and invited guests, you'll be heading over to our hospitality area in the Trade Training Centre for a fabulous morning tea. That would be second prize. First prize, of course, for everyone else is heading to period 1. Okay. Thank you. Very good. Thank you, people. I'd like to conclude now. Thank you. I would like to thank everyone for their participation this morning. It's a very special time for the school, not just for the student leaders, but for everyone involved. So thank you for your presence and your participation here. We will be moving to period 1 and then to period 2 before recess. The bell will ring for the second period at 25 to 11. Our assembly is concluded and your year coordinator will direct you to move to class.